Okay guys, this is going to be X methods of all types practice. So I'm going to write that in the corner. X method, all types. So this is kind of like a summary of what we've learned the last couple days. This review is a little interesting because I didn't actually write any of the problems out. So I'm going to do that for us. So when we do this, remember it's x squared. And then remember it adds and goes next. So it goes in alphabetical order, so adds. So adds to give me 9, multiplies to give me 14. So this one's the multiply, and this one's the add. I know it's a little cramped in here. So what multiplies to give me a positive 14 and adds to give me a positive number? Well, since it multiplies to give me a positive and it adds to give me a positive, we know we only need the positive versions. So what multiplies to give me 14 is 1 and 14 and 2 and 7. So then we're going to see which one of these add up to 9. Well, we know this one adds up to 15 and this one adds up to 9. So we're going to put a 2 here and a 7 here. And we can write this in factored form as x plus 2, x plus 7. And that's going to be my answer. Over here, again, I'm going to write it out. X squared. What adds goes next, so plus 10x. What multiplies goes last, 24. That's the original polynomial. And then we are going to write out what multiplies to give me 24. So that's 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. And then 5 doesn't do it, but 6 will then pick back up, and we'll go back up the list. So then from here, we're going to see which one of these add to give me 10. So we know this is 25, this is 14, this is 11, and this one is 10. So our things here will be 4 and 6. So we can write this out in factored form as x plus 4, x plus 6. Next one up, we have x squared. What adds goes next. This one's a negative 5x. Adds to give me negative 5. Multiplies to give me 6. So remember last time we talked about, or 2 times ago maybe, the sign here. This sign tells you that it's either going to be both plus plus or both minus minus, but it tells you they're both going to be the same sign. This one tells me that they're both going to be minus. But I'll show you that as we work them out. So what multiplies to give us 6? So 1 and 6, 2 and 3, and then 3 and 2, and 6 and 1. Or negative 1, negative 6, negative 2, negative 3. So if we add these together, we're looking for what gives us negative 5. Well, this would give me a 7. This give me a positive 5. See, neither of those gave me a negative number, so we knew we really didn't have to do those. And then down here we have negative 7, negative 5. So our winner is right here, negative 2, negative 3. So we end up with x minus 2, x minus 3. Okay, please let me know if you guys are having any questions. I know we don't have a ton today to go through. I'm going to pre-block these so that way I don't have to worry about running into different things as we go. You know me. Here we go, here we go. Okay, giant tic-tac-toe board. So here we have x squared adds to give me negative 7x, multiplies to give me 12. So once again, we are looking for something that is the same sign. We see that based on this right here. So it's either going to be both positive or both going to be negative. Since this is negative, we know they're both going to be negative. But again, I'll show you 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Or negative 1, negative 12, negative 2, negative 6, negative 3, negative 4. We're going to add. So 12 plus 1 is 13, 8, 7, negative 13, negative 8, negative 7. So the one I'm really interested in is this one right here, negative 3, negative 4, x minus 3, x minus 4. Substituted in, and that's our factored form of that polynomial. My hand drew that little blue mark over here, so I erased it. We're going to go on up. X squared adds to give me negative 8x, multiplies to give me 15. Again, this tells us, I'm going to keep reiterating it every time, that these are going to be the same sign, so both positive or both negative, This tells me that they're both going to have to be negative, but I'll show it again. So we have 1 and 15. 2 does not go into 15, and then 3 and 5. 4 doesn't go into it, so then we're back at 5. So -1, -15, -3, -5. This gives me 16. This gives me 8. This gives me -16. This gives me -8, which is what I'm looking for. So -3, -5. X minus 3, x minus 5. The polynomial here would be x squared, adds to give me -10x, multiplies to give me 9. This tells you, since it's a plus 9, same sign. This tells you it's going to be both negative. So 1 and 9, 3 and 3, -1, -9, -3, -3. This gives me 10, 6, -10, -6. I almost circled the wrong one there. This is the one I'm interested in, -1, -9. So that's going to be x minus 1, x minus 9. Okay, guys, please let me know if you have any questions on this. Okay, so now again, we're going to start. So x squared adds to give me -4, multiplies to give me -12. This one's different. This one, you see, multiplies to give you -12. That tells you different signs. This one tells you your bigger sign has to be negative. So we're going to list those out. What multiplies to give me 12? So we have 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. And then with this being a negative, it means they have different signs. So on the first batch, I'm going to make the first numbers negative. On the second group, I'm going to make the second numbers negative. Okay, we're going to see what it adds to. Okay, adds to give me 11, adds to give me a +4, adds to give me 1, adds to give me a -11, -4, -1. The one that gives me -4 is this one right here. So that means this is a +2. This is a -6. So x plus 2, x minus 6. Okay, and again, x squared adds to give me 4. So we put an x with that. Multiplies to give me a -12. Once again, this tells you different signs. Bigger number, positive. So here we have what multiplies to give me 12 is 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, negative for one of the numbers. Then I'm going to do my second batch down here, 1 and -12, 2 and -6, 3 and -4. We're going to add those together like usual. 11, +4. I don't have to go any further because this is it, but I will. 1, -11, -4, -1. So the one that gives me the 4 is -2 and 6. So I can write this as x minus 2, the factored form, x plus 6. Okay. I hope you guys are doing okay. I really worry about you at home. I'm really hoping that we can get through this. I'm going to start working in words that are going to have to put into our Google form. So today's word I'm going to put is monkeys. So I hope you guys write that down or remember it, because it's going to be a question on your worksheet. Monkeys for today. Okay. So this one is, I had to write it down. That took that second. X squared adds to give me 6x, multiplies to give me 16. This tells me different signs, signs. Bigger number is positive. So multiplies to give me 16 is 1 and 16, 2 and 8, 4 and 4. So negative, 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 or 1 and negative 16, 2 and negative 8, 4 and negative 4. We're going to add them together. We get 15. This gives me a positive 6. That's what I'm looking for, but you know me, I'm going to go through and do all of them. That one time I made a mistake, and I don't want it to happen again, so that's the only one that occurs. So we have a negative 2 and an 8. So x minus 2, x plus 8. Okay, our last one. Ooh, this is a big one. Let's get this done. So we have x squared adds to give me negative 6, multiplies to give me 40. So again, let me switch to a color I like. We have diff signs. The bigger one's going to be negative. So multiplies to give me 40 is 1 and 40. 2 and 20. 3 doesn't go into it, but 4 and 10. 5 and 8. Does 6 go into 40? No. 7, no. 8, we're back at the same list. But again, different signs, so that means one of them's going to have to be negative. So I have negative, 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 negative. Over here, I'm going to have the other one's negative. 2, negative 20. 4, negative 10. 5, negative 8. Okay, we're going to add them now. This is 39. Ooh, 18. 6. 3. Over here, this is negative 39. Negative 18. Negative 6. Negative 3. The one we're interested in is right here. This becomes a 4 and a negative 10. X plus 4. X minus 10. Again, remember that key word. Put it into your homework. Miss you guys. Let me know if you have questions.